I'm not a fan of conspiracy theories, but I believe that somewhere there is someone that is thinking about interesting stories to explain this crypto crash. I do not believe that it's just worries about the recession, that it's just about the unemployment numbers that suddenly lets crypto crash. I believe something else is going on here. And unfortunately, that something else is not going to go away anytime soon. I believe more sell pressure is likely going to come. Let me elaborate. So here is what everybody wants you to believe. It's simply just the stock market that is now pushing some pressure on crypto. And partially, to a small degree, this might be true because this is the S&P 500. And yes, we are going down from the all-time high to now we are down 5.7%. And at the same time, long-term government bonds go up because the Fed might now wake up that the recession is about to come. Have a look at the long-term government bond ETF that I bought on the 25th of April. The timing was pretty lucky, but still, so far the price went up by 18% and it's probably likely going to continue. If you want to know the exact ticker symbol for that long-term government bond ETF, feel free to join Premium. But here's the question, is a drop like this in the S&P 500 and the worries about the recession, is that really what's driving down the price of Ethereum by that much? ETH dropped from its all-time high by more than 44%. And yes, crypto is more risky than stocks, and yes, there is some kind of inherent leverage, but it's not that much. Something else is going on, and the relative valuations within crypto give us a hint. Check this out. This is the Bitcoin dominance, and it's rising exactly in the way as we anticipated on this channel. Why is Bitcoin gaining ground for such a long time? Why is it outperforming in the last 1.5 years? And why do we suddenly see a crash in the Ethereum dominance? Why is Ethereum going down the most? Why is it losing more than Bitcoin? Why is it losing more than even most altcoins? I think there are two things going on here. First of all, the market in aggregate is still in profit. The average cost basis for Bitcoin is roughly at $31,000. And now, finally, some people are taking profit as the price isn't rising that much anymore. So that's a chart I've been showing over and over again on this channel. This is Bitcoin's realized price. And sometimes we are above, sometimes we are below that realized price. So sometimes the market in aggregate is in losses, sometimes in profit. And again, currently we are at 31,400 in that realized price. And at some point, I do believe that we will go below that realized price again. Will this happen with this crash, or will we first recover and then with a subsequent crash? Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball either. I only know that overall the market is still in profit and profit is there to be taken. Now, why would we not simply just continue to rally? It's because there isn't more money flowing into crypto, unfortunately. If we look at the stablecoin market cap, right, which is a reflection of how much fiat enters the system. If we look at that, that slowed down quite a bit since April of this year. Again, that's a chart I've been showing over and over again on this channel. If you don't want to miss this next time, feel free to subscribe. In May of 2022, we had the Terra Luna collapse, which started a contraction of the overall market. Then in October of 2023, the stablecoin market cap continued to grow. And that growth halted in April of 2024. This is when things got dangerous. But then why is it specifically Ethereum that is leading the crash? I believe it is continued sell pressure after the launch of the Ethereum ETF. The Ethereum ETF was not a blessing for crypto. Because here is what has happened. Before the Ethereum ETF, there was the grayscale Ethereum trust. So you could buy Ethereum through a trust, but you wouldn't have one-on-one conversion. With the allowance of Ethereum ETF trading, that conversion from this trust to a real liquid ETF has taken place. What that means is that the owners of the Ethereum ETF suddenly can sell their ETH without a price discount, and they're taking advantage of that. When we look at the net flows of the Ethereum ETF after launch, and we look at this in terms of grayscale versus all the newly launched ETFs, what we are seeing is net outflows most of the time. Ethereum is getting dumped on the market through Grayscale. And so how long could this continue? Just have a look at this. This is the holdings by Grayscale. Grayscale has just started. Only 10% that's held by Grayscale has so far been sold. If you don't have new fiat currency entering the market, and when you've got a price level where the market is still on average almost 2x in profit, then maybe it's time to de-risk. Now, I'm not saying that we can't see a bounce from here, right? We are pretty much short-term oversold. But I do believe that it's very likely over the next weeks that we could potentially further go down. At least if we just look at all the indicators, right? At all the data that I've showed here, it's not necessarily something to get stoked about. Now, I personally made money with this crash. This August is so far the best month in my active trading career. This is the average outperformance over buying and holding just plain simple Bitcoin. On average, I make 2.7% monthly alpha over Bitcoin. That's of course fluctuating, but I am one of the few winners of this crash. Now, where do those gains come from? They come from shorting, especially the weak altcoins that tend to underperform even Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance continues to grow, there is real opportunity. If you want to know how I time the market and what kind of altcoins might be worth shorting, then feel free to check it out. It's down below. It's thebitcoinstrade.com. This is where I share all my insights. This is where I share all my positions. It's also where I share various tutorials on how to set this all up. If you need help directly, if you want to talk to me one-on-one directly via call, feel free to simply sign up yearly for premium. If you pay yearly, then I will arrange a one-on-one call with you. I will take my time to have a look at this. If you need half an hour, we just have half an hour. If you need a full hour, we can do that as well. If your portfolio isn't large enough anymore to justify premium, then of course there's also the free Telegram. Link is as well down below. Looking very much forward to seeing you there as well. Cheers.